Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Narendra has been singing a beautiful song where we find the longing for God, the deep inner urge to transcend the nature and go beyond to the source. Home. We are in the mortal world with a mortal body with which we are keep identified all the time, from birth, perhaps pre-birth also. We are one with this body, and we see that the moment we wake up, we are one with the body, and by the time we sleep, we are unconcerned, unconnected with the physical body. Entirely different, unrelated to physical body, we start existing and living. So there is a great amount of awareness that we can build up of our spiritual existence independent of bodily existence. This is the only way man has got to analyze the three bodies that we have and the three states we are passing through: waking, dreaming and deep sleep. There we see we are totally unrelated to the physical world and bodily existence the moment we enter into sleep. Unrelated with the body, we remain till we wake up again and identify with the body again in waking state. This is the greatest proof that we can give that we have an existence independent of bodily existence. In dream we identify with the dream body and with absence of everything in deep sleep. So the path by which we enter into meditation is also same. Nature takes us with closed eyes to the deep sleep and brings us back to the waking state with closed eyes. We don't know. Can we go to the same state consciously, being aware of every stage that I am passing through, to the core of my existence, to my real identity, and return back? So that we call meditation. So here Naren is singing, and my unquiet mind, O Lord, as infinite wisdom, thou shalt enter my soul. We saw yesterday, when wisdom enters a person, what happens? The whole body to the core of existence, all layers of our existence get charged with wisdom. I see with wisdom, mind thinks with wisdom, intellect conceives with, discerns with wisdom. Everywhere you see, heart is able to love with wisdom. Wisdom is where we differentiate the spiritual from the non-spiritual, and without awareness of the non-spiritual, we embrace the spiritual. Otherwise, there is no rejection. In wisdom, there is no rejection. Wisdom is a thing where we accept everything and we don't see a negative entity anywhere. knowledge is different from wisdom. I have knowledge of good and bad, everything, knowledge, and wisdom is when I am able to utilize what I see to evolve. Evolution is possible to our divinehood, from the animalhood to divinehood is possible only when we start seeing divine little by little. Finally, we come to a stage where we see everything divine. So these stages that we pass through is supplied by two important factors, wisdom and divine love. Divine love and wisdom. Two aspects of our existence manifest. So he wants God to enter inside him as wisdom. You enter me as wisdom. Enter me. And my unquiet mind, made speechless by thy sight, both enter me as wisdom. When God enters as wisdom, there is God and wisdom both. It is God entering as wisdom. So the wisdom identifies God. Otherwise, God is already there within us as the Antaryami, the indweller. But we are not able to recognize because we don't have that wisdom. So, when he enters as wisdom, he enters as wisdom. We see the same wisdom is revealing the Lord's existence. With that wisdom, I am able to see the Lord within me. At his sight, may I become the speechless one. The speechless, he becomes, mind is unquietened mind. Mind is never becoming quiet. Constant flow of dialogues and monologues go on non-stop, even in dream state. Only in deep sleep they all take rest. One vritti of the mind will continue, absence of all things. Mind exists. Just like body, I live and go inside, but body is keeping alive, and all the minimum necessities of life are going on. Digestion, heartbeat, breathing, everything is going. I am not aware of it when I sleep. But that minimum will be going on. In mind also, mind minimum will be going on. Just like body is alive, mind is alive. How does mind alive? One vritti, unchanging one vritti of absence of everything in deep sleep. In dream state, of course, constant agitation of mind is there. We are seeing the world, reflections of the world. So in deep sleep also mind, but I am separating from mind, just like I separate from the body. My individual existence, consciousness separates one by one layer. So mind is there, but I am not connected with it. Body is there, but I am not connected. I don't even know body is there. When I get into deep sleep, I don't even know that mind is there. Subtle bodies, gross body, and causal body. All the three I transcend. In waking state, I pervade all the three bodies. I come to waking state. Physical body is withdrawn. From the physical body I withdraw, then I will see that I am in dream state. From subtle body also I withdraw, I am in deep sleep. From that also I withdraw, I am one with the universal consciousness. So every day I go to the depth of my existence and come. Same thing happens in the samadhi also. But with all wisdom and knowledge, I am experiencing every stage of the. In sleep I don't experience anything. Experiencer himself is not there in sleep. But in this one, experience is there, experiencer is there, and with wisdom and knowledge with intellect alive. Here intellect also sleeps off in Jagra Swapna Sushupti. In Samadhi, the superconscious state, which is entirely different. Intellect does exist, and intellect does exist charged with by God. It is pervaded by God and God alone. Otherwise it cannot enter into Samadhi. Of the world nothing exists. Just like any awareness of the waking state will not take you to dream state, sleep. You cannot carry anything of this to dream. From dream you cannot carry anything to the deep sleep. Similarly, from waking state nothing goes there, but intellect which goes is charged with, it has lost all the property of nature. Buddhi belongs to nature, Prakriti. Prakriti, it cannot enter into Samadhi sthiti. Senses and intellect, mind merges in intellect, manas merges in buddhi. Buddhi goes with five senses, both five senses and intellect which enter into Savikalpa Samadhi. They will be charged with God. It is no more, it has lost all the property of nature and acquired the pure divinehood. Like red hot iron. Iron ball red hot is no more iron. It has lost all the property of iron. It is fire now. It is no more. Like that, this is divine now. It is no more, it has lost all the property of nature. Then alone it can enter into Samadhi. So here Swamiji is singing, my unquiet mind made speechless by thy sight. When God enters into us as wisdom, wisdom is there to see Him. Otherwise, I will have the veil of ignorance alone, with which I cannot see. The wisdom, the screen or the veil of the ignorance is just like people open the screen and see outside. We are opening with wisdom, we are opening and seeing within ourselves the Lord's presence. We'll find a heaven at thy feet. The concept of heaven, where there is extreme joy and bliss and no suffering, no pain, no bondage. Heaven is a place supposed to be, and it is where you have no pain or suffering, nothing lacking, and only bliss and bliss alone. That is heaven. But in the Indian concept, the Hindu concept, the heaven and hell both are purgatories where we exhaust our karma and come back to the human body on this earth. Even Brahmaloka, Kshine Punye Martyalokam Vishanti. After the punya is exhausted, they come back. Here, this heaven where God is present, the whole thing is as it is, but it is eternal, unchanging, because God is unchanging. That heaven also, which is acquired not by karma, punya karma is taking to heaven, is material heaven. Here, the heaven in the presence of God, the heaven that I experience is spiritual heaven. It is not material heaven. So here it is, I find a heaven at thy feet. Bliss and bliss. I forget myself. I forget everything. I don't have any identity. I don't have a personality. I don't have anything that belongs or reminds me of this universe. Even bodily existence, nothing. I am pure spirit in the company of the spirit. Ananda in Ananda. Yeah, bliss enveloped in bliss. Surrounded by bliss, dipped in bliss, and bliss is engulfed by bliss. In my heart's firmament, O Lord, thou wilt arise as blissful immortality. This is what? An important expression. Amritasya putraha. Amrita. There is no more mortality, no death. Vedahametam purusham mahantam aditya varnam tamasah parastat tameva viditva atimrityumeti nanyah pantha vidyate ayanaya. So, crossing over tamas, we enter into, what is this tamas? Which identifies with the bodily existence. The bodily existence, body is tamas and perishable. I identify with it and acquire its nature and think that I am dying. If I am in deep sleep, if anything happens to the body, I don't know. Even pain, I don't know. I separate with the moment I sleep, pain also I cannot experience. Where to speak of death? Death is there when I identify with the body and say I am body, there is death. When I say I am spirit, there is no death. To know my existence in this body, the part which identifies with the physical body in the waking state, the part which the individual consciousness, Chaitanya, Vyashti Chaitanya, identifies with the physical body, subtle body and causal body. This what identifies is immortal. What goes inside and projects out is immortal. Body is mortal. Immortal. I am that. But the ignorance has covered my knowledge. And to remove that ignorance is the whole thing. God's vision alone. The first time you enter into Vijnanamaya Kosha, somehow by God's grace, when you enter, first time you will understand what is Chaitanya. It is exactly like we speak of Chaitanya, speak of God, we will never know what God is or spirit is or what consciousness is till we enter into Vijnanamaya Kosha, crossing there, Manomaya Kosha, going beyond. And when we enter, it is exactly like a blind man getting eyes. He speaks of light, colors, everything. He never knows what is seeing also. Except darkness, he has not experienced anything and he doesn't even know darkness as darkness. Because other than darkness he has not seen, to identify he is in darkness. Once he sees the light, how his experience would be when he gets the eyes and sees, what is this seeing? So many colors, so many varieties, so many sizes. He has never understood that. Something he touches and people make him walk. We have gone so far, we have come. What is it? What is sky? What is far off? What is horizon? What is rising of sun? Nothing he knows. He hears everything just like we hear about God. We don't experience, we don't know what it is. We don't know what is Chaitanya. We don't know what is spirit. We can never know till we enter into that field. It is exactly like the whole life the person is born blind. He is continuing his life blind and he is speaking, he is talking, he is giving lectures, everything is going on. But he doesn't know what light is. He can explain what light is. He can tell color immediately, red, green, white, all words he knows. But he doesn't know what color is. If you ask him what is this color, he just touches and says, you tell, I don't know. If you tell it is red, he says, all right, it's red. If you say this is white, he says, all right, this is white. But what all instruments he has, he can never see what light is, what color is, what is seeing. Once he gets the eyes, he will know what it is. So, till we enter into Samadhi, seeing God, you will know what is immortality. Everything what we have seen from childhood, our bodily existence, how we have been growing from the infancy till now, till the fancy, and we are moving towards every moment we are moving towards death. Everything is changing. My attitudes, my understanding, my knowledge, my experiences, this world, everything is changing. It looks like a house, permanent job. No, nothing is there permanent. Or whichever building is there, one day it is going to collapse. Maybe after 500 years, but it won't be there. Time is acting on everything. Everything is undergoing tremendous changes, transformation. So also we are going individually. So what is immortal we cannot conceive. Only mortal things. Everything is a passing event. What is stationary? What is unchanging? What is eternal? What is infinite? We cannot know. We have to go beyond the mind to get a glimpse of that, a glimpse of it. Slowly, repeatedly entering into Samadhi, you will slowly acquire the knowledge. Like we are entering into school, and slowly we are moving towards the higher and higher standards to reach the post-graduation. Like that we proceed in our spiritual life. So here Vivekananda is singing, Naren is singing, and he is speaking about the immortality. And thou wilt arise as blissful immortality, which is never going to perish anymore, change anymore, changeless, eternal, bliss absolute, bliss, peace, love absolute, the ocean of it, ocean of bliss, we cannot know what it is. Even few drops of joy we cannot withhold in our bodily existence. Body will shatter into pieces. A little more joy comes. Once Revered Vinayakanandaji Maharaj wrote one letter. In that letter it was written, one more spiritual experience, my body will shatter like a glass sheet fallen on the ground. Glass sheet. That is our capacity. We can't even experience the joy, ocean of joy. About Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Thakur explains, sages like Shuka could go and touch the ocean of Satchidananda. Some could see from far off and return. Some could go closer, some could touch. And one who got down never came back. And that is the ocean of Satchidananda. But whatever way you experience God, you are beyond nature, you are eternally free. whether you experience God as a transcendental reality, as immanent reality, as the Lord of the universe, as the Antaryamin, or as the Avatara. Whatever way you experience God, you are free, eternally free from nature. You are exempted from all laws of nature. You can enter into nature at your will, take up any type of body you want, at your will. Nature cannot impose upon you anything anymore. And you can quit whenever you want. Dissolve your body and go away. So, the Narada concept of Triloka Sanchari, we are also Triloka Sancharis, but without knowledge. We pass through all the three bodies, Stula, Sukshma, Karana, gross, subtle. After realization, you will be witness of the dream state, waking state, and deep sleep at a time. You are aware of it. You are lying in one of them, your bodily existence, but you are witness of all that. What would be just a spiritual awakening itself, what it could be, you have to imagine. And constantly strive to attain it. Nothing short of it. Means unbroken struggle. Deep within, there must be only one thirst. I have to cross over this, all this, and give myself entirely to God. Nothing of this world I am going to see anytime anymore. No enjoyments, no praises, no blames, nothing I want, nothing I accept. I want God and God alone. That awareness must, doing all the duties of life, attending to all things diligently, with interest, but remain aloof, unstained in this world, and finish off the sadhana. Otherwise, we have to go through the cycles again and again with the same vasanas. We enter into the same rut and move about in the same way and continue. Suffer, suffer, suffer and die to begin again. Again, that bag on the back and walk to the school begins. Quack, quack, some that how the life goes from womb to tomb. Like flash of light. You will not even know the life has gone. Suddenly the darkness comes. How many people I saw with whom I was playing and sitting at their feet when I joined Mutt. How many young sadhus were there? And none of them almost are there. One or two is surviving somewhere. All those have gone away. All the elders whom we saw in our young days have gone away. Not even a trace. That is this life. That is this world. Mortal. What is mortality? You will know as you grow in age. You will see one by one is going away. One by one is going away. So, some reason, something. The main thing is the karma, prarabdha with which he came, exhausted. Sanchita is coming up again to form the next prarabdha. This story continues. So, immortality, we see mortality. We are mortals. We are moving towards death only because of identification with body. Can you know your existence independent of body? Nature is every day showing you who you are. You are not this body, you are nothing here. The taking to sleep is an important aspect of nature to remind you have a different existence. You have nothing to do with this body or this world. You are a stranger here, have come to exhaust your karmas, do your duty and quit. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.